Level 1, the counting. You are 9 years old. Kerioth, a dusty town in the south of Judea. Your father trades in the market square, and you sit beside him on a wooden stool, doing the thing you were born to do, counting. You count faster than men 3 times your age. You never lose track of a debt. You can look at a pile of coins and know its weight before it touches the scale. The merchants laugh and call you the little tax man. You don't laugh. Money is not a joke to you. Money is the one thing in this occupied, taxed, starving country that never lies. A coin is worth what it is worth. You are 9 years old, and you believe you can count the value of anything. One day, a price will be set in front of you, and your count will come out wrong. Level 2, the waiting land. You are 20. Judea groans under Rome. Tax collectors bleed the villages. Legions march through your streets like they own the stones, because they do. And everywhere, in every synagogue, around every fire, one word keeps the country breathing: Messiah, the Anointed One, the King who will come with fire, break Rome's spine, and put the throne of David back in Jerusalem. You have seen what happens to false hopes: rebels crucified in rows along the roads, feet twitching above their weeping mothers. You are not a dreamer, you are a man of numbers, and you have run the numbers on every would-be Messiah, all of them dead. But you keep watching the horizon anyway. Everyone in Judea is watching the horizon. Level 3, the call. You are 27. The stories come down from Galilee first. A preacher who heals lepers with a touch. Water turned to wine. A voice that makes trained soldiers forget their orders. You go north to see for yourself, arms crossed, ready to count the trick. There is no trick. You watch him open a blind man's eyes, and something in your chest breaks open with it. Then the impossible happens. He looks at you. Out of the whole crushing crowd, at you. Follow me. He is choosing 12, and 11 of them are Galileans, fishermen with northern accents and calloused hands. You are the only Judean, the outsider, the educated one. He chose you anyway. For the first time in your life, you stop counting. You just follow. Level 4, the purse. You are 28. 12 men need food, lodging, sandals, and someone has to manage the money that followers donate. The group looks around and every eye lands on you, the numbers man. You become the keeper of the purse, the treasurer of the Messiah, and you are good at it. You stretch every coin. You handle the giving to the poor. He trusts you with all of it, and that trust sits warm in your chest like sunlight. Then one night on the road, short on sleep and full of resentment about something small, you borrow a coin from the bag. Just one. You'll return it. You know exactly how much is in there, and now there is one coin missing, and only you know. Nothing happens, no thunder, no look. So a week later, it happens again. Level 5, the miracles. You are 29. You have now seen things that break arithmetic. A storm shouted into silence. 5 loaves feeding 5,000, with 12 baskets left over, and you counted them yourself. A dead man walking out of his own tomb, grave cloth trailing from his wrists. You keep waiting for him to spend this power on the thing that matters, Rome. And then, on the hillside after the loaves, it finally comes. The crowd rises like a wave to make him king by force. Thousands of them, ready now. This is the moment your whole life has pointed toward. And he walks away, slips into the hills, alone, and lets the wave die. You stand there among the leftovers, doing what you always do. Counting everything this man keeps refusing to take. Level 6, the perfume. You are 30. Bethany, a dinner in his honor. A woman breaks open an alabaster jar of pure nard and pours it over him. All of it, a year's wages running into the floorboards. The house fills with the smell of wasted money. You do the math instantly, out loud. 300 denarii. This could have been sold and given to the poor. It sounds noble. Half the room nods. But you know what's underneath your own voice? And it isn't the poor. It's the purse. And the cut you take from it. Then he defends her, in front of everyone. Leave her alone. She has prepared me for my burial. Burial. He keeps saying things like that now. You came to follow a king. He keeps rehearsing a funeral. Something in you, stretched thin for 3 years, begins to tear. Level 7, the turning. You are still 30, Passover week. He rides into Jerusalem and the city explodes. Palm branches, hosannas, the crowd screaming for the Son of David. Rome's garrison is thin. The people are ready. The moment has never, ever been this ripe. You watch him ride through the gates of destiny. And instead of taking the city, he stops on the ridge and weeps over it. Then he predicts its destruction. Then he spends the week talking about being lifted up and going away and dying. The king who will not be king. Maybe you snap, maybe you stop believing, or maybe, and this is the version you whisper to yourself, you decide to force his hand. Put him in front of the priests, make him choose, make the power finally come out. Whatever it is that moves you, it moves you at night, toward the chief priest's door. Level 8, the price. It is Tuesday, maybe Wednesday. The priests cannot believe their luck. They have wanted him for months, but never at the festival, never in daylight. Too many witnesses, too much crowd. And here is one of his own 12, offering to lead them to him in the dark. They weigh out the price. 30 pieces of silver. You count it, because you count everything. And for the first time in your life, the count feels wrong. 30 silver. In the law of Moses, that is the compensation for a dead slave. 300 denarii of perfume was too much for him, and 30 silver is what you take. The coins go into your purse, against your ribs. They are heavier than any money you have ever carried. You carry them anyway. Level 9, the meal. Thursday night, an upper room. He kneels in front of you with a basin and washes your feet. Your feet. The feet that walk to the priest's door. His hands are gentle, and you cannot breathe. At the table, he breaks the bread and says it plainly. One of you will betray me. The room erupts. Is it I? Is it I? You hear your own voice ask it too, and hate yourself for asking. He dips the bread and hands it to you. An honor, in this culture. The host's chosen guest. His eyes hold yours for one eternal second, and you understand that he has known the entire time. Every skimmed coin, every step to the priests. He knew, and he washed your feet anyway. What you are about to do, do quickly. You stand and walk out, and it is night. Level 10, the kiss. Midnight, an olive grove called Gethsemane. You know this place. He prays here. That is what you sold for 30 silver. Not a location, a habit. A place where he would be alone. You come through the trees with torches, temple guards, and a mob with clubs, and you give them the signal you agreed on. The one I kiss is the man. You walk up to the rabbi you followed for 3 years, the man who chose you out of the crowd, and you kiss his cheek. Rabbi, you say? He does not pull away. He calls you friend. Judas, he asks, are you betraying the Son of Man with a kiss? The guard sees him. Your brothers scatter into the dark. You stand there in the torchlight with the taste of the kiss still on your lips, waiting to feel like a man who forced a king's hand. You feel like a man holding 30 silver. Level 11, the return. Friday, dawn. The word runs through the city. Condemned. The council has sentenced him to death, and they are dragging him to the Roman governor to make it legal. Whatever story you told yourself in the dark, it dies at that word. He is not calling down angels, he is not taking the throne, he let them take him, and you finally understand what you refused to hear at that table. He always intended to die, and you are how? You run to the temple with the purse. I have sinned, you tell the priests. I have betrayed innocent blood. They look at you the way men look at a used tool. What is that to us? See to it yourself. You hurl the silver into the sanctuary, 30 coins ringing across the holy stone floor, and even the priests will not put blood money in the treasury. They will use it to buy a graveyard for strangers. Every count you ever made ends there. Level 12, the field. Friday morning. Somewhere across the city, Peter is weeping through his own collapse. He denied the man 3 times in one night, swore he never knew him, and shattered like a dropped jar. Same night as you. Same failure at the root of it. Peter will drag his shame back to the others and wait, and in 3 days, Grace will come looking for him on a beach, with breakfast burning on a fire. You never imagined that Grace could be looking for you too. That is the final ledger, the last count you get wrong. Not the silver, the going back. You find a tree at the edge of a field the priests will buy with your coins. The locals will call it the Field of Blood for the next 2,000 years. Your name will become a word, spat in every language, for the friend who turns. But the fathers of the church will argue for centuries over one aching question. If you had run to the cross instead of the rope and asked, would he have forgiven even you? You never asked. He washed your feet, knowing. That was his answer. And now, you are living with truth.